Well, I'm here. He's there he is. There he is. There he is.
Sliding into your DMs, like.
Sliding into your DMs. Kind of blurped out there for a sec, but I'm glad you got that in. Well, we'll start off with the news of Darren Till just got pulled out against Marvin Vettori.
I think it saved him an ass whooping, to be honest with you.
That's what I'm saying. I'm saying they'll be able to give him a little bit of. I think if Mike Perry wins this week, they'll give Mike Perry.
Maybe. I wouldn't be mad with Kevin Holland taking on Till next.
I think Kevin Holland's going to step in. So
that's a tough matchup for Kevin Holland. That's a very tough matchup for Kevin Vettori.
Oh, for sure. On notice like that, absolutely.
Yeah, but a little bit more news. Miesha Tate is returned to the UFC. I know we're a little late to that, but we haven't filmed since it's been announced. I'm excited to see her back. She's got a bit of a light touch, I'd say, for her return bout. What do you think?
You know what I noticed? She's put on a lot of weight since the baby,
Has she? Well, she's not fighting. So yeah, she looks a little thicker, but she's not fighting though.
You're not mad at it.
I mean, she'll get back down to 135. Do you think there's a chance that she cuts to 125? Because at the time she competed, there wasn't a 125-pound division.
I'm sure she could make that weight. She's always been smaller.
Yeah, that'd be interesting. I mean, those to be honest though, her breast implants might make it a little bit difficult. I'm not even trying to be funny. It might make it a little bit difficult. Huh?
A little bit funny.
A little bit funny.
All right, but we do have a recap this weekend. We'll start off with honestly, I don't want to talk about the prelims too much. Nothing really did it for me. Opening the card, great knockout on Karma Worthy got knocked out. I can't believe who the name was. But let's jump into Gillian Robertson, got outclassed by Miranda Maverick. Both are Combat Hour alumni. Maverick looks good.
Yeah, she looked really good, but I mean, there was a problem with the judging, man. That wasn't a 30-27. Gillian definitely won the second round pretty easily.
Oh, for sure, judging, but we know judging's bad. So, but getting to the good part, we do got Sean O'Malley with the double knockout.
Dude, okay, first of all, he looked great. I'm just gonna be like, you guys know I'm not a Sean O'Malley fan. I said I thought he was gonna win the fight, but I'm not a fan of his. But why did he just keep walking away? Like, he walked away from him twice when he could have finished the fight.
Because he's Mark Hunt, you know.
No, he's not Mark. Honestly, I don't think he hits very hard.
No, I think he's just. I think it's more of a technical thing than a power thing.
100%. He hits clean shots. He's skilled. He's got really good hands. He mixes in his spinning kicks very well. I honestly like watching him fight. But Dominic Cruz called him out on Chael Sonnen's show. What do you think about that fight?
It's bad to say, but it's a bad matchup at this point for Cruz.
I agree. I completely agree. I don't like that fight for Cruz.
Because Cruz comes forward, and to beat O'Malley, and he's not going to outstrike him, and Cruz doesn't have power to knock out O'Malley, even though O'Malley's chin is a little bit iffy. Actually, O'Malley took some shots in that fight, big shots by a heavy-handed guy. So, but I just feel like he'd be able to work around him and just pretty much outpoint him.
Yeah. Also, I don't remember Dom being as hittable as he was against Casey Kenny. He didn't get hit that much, and then he came back against Henry Cejudo, and that was Casey Kenny about. And he's getting hit way too much now. And if you get hit like that by Sean O'Malley, yeah, he doesn't hit hard, but he hits you with the right shot at the right time. He'll put you out.
Yeah, I would like to see. It's a good fight. Why not? Let's do it. Dominic Cruz doesn't have a fight. I personally would like to see Aldo and Dominic Cruz go at it, but besides the point, that's off topic. Let's get into Tyron Woodley.
Dude, okay, so definitely I was happy to see Tyron come out and be aggressive. He looked to wrestle. He came right at him hard, but he overcompensated. His last 3 fights, he's lost every round, 15 rounds straight, and he just hasn't pulled the trigger. This one, he just went a little too much the other way.
Yeah, I mean, he looked impressive, though. Like, he didn't look bad. I mean, he got submitted, knocked out, and tapped out in the same fight. But I don't know. His chin got tested for the first time. He didn't go down. He has a chin. I'll give him that. His warrior champion spirit.
Yeah, I mean, people are going to be like, oh, his chin's gone. No. He got knocked out badly against Nate Marquardt as well. He came back, became world champion.
And we got to look at this way, too. Like, That's not at all saying he had a bad chin. First of all, he didn't get knocked out. Second of all, he took a lot of shots and still walked. If any of us were stanky like that, a lot of us would have fell. That shows he has a good chin, in my opinion.
I completely agree. And not to mention, when he was hurt, he fired back and hurt Luque.
Exactly.
So it was a little bit underwhelming. It was too fast. I wish it kind of went a little longer, see what happened. But Vicente Luque, I think he's won like 11 of his last 13 or something crazy like that.
Yeah, and I don't know. He has big things coming for him. Maybe Kamzat?
See, I was thinking if the UFC was going to re-sign Woodley, which it doesn't look like they're going to because that was the last fighter's contract. Dana doesn't seem interested. I thought they were going to feed Woodley to Hamzat. That's what I thought was going to happen. But I would like to see Vicente. He's already fought Thompson and Leon. He lost to both of them. That was a while ago. But I'd like to see him fight Chiesa.
That'd be a good fight too. But I'm just saying, I'm feeling Woodley versus Michael Page.
See, I was thinking Woodley versus Paul Daly.
That'd be a good fight too.
But either way, I think Bellator is definitely seeing that. Like, even though he lost that fight, Bellator saw there's something left. He didn't look like a shot fighter.
Yeah, they'd be signing someone who's not Ken Shamrock style. He still has a little bit left in the tank.
And his nipples aren't on his big toe. So we're doing okay.
Exactly.
Okay, main event?
Upsetting.
Dude, the thing is, I bet money on Stipe, so I had to keep rolling. But the closer we got to the fight, I started to think maybe Francis was going to get it done. Doesn't matter. The point is, I was backing Stipe. I picked Stipe all the way, and it was just very upsetting.
Man, I knew into that fight. Like, I honestly think Stipe hasn't wanted to win since he won the title the second fight since winning the title back. I think that was the end of his career. I don't think he looked amazing against Cormier in the last fight, and he didn't have the mentality coming into this fight.
I don't think. Go ahead.
I don't know. I honestly just don't think he was mentally all there, ready, wanting to fight. But not taking anything away from Ngannou, he showed a lot of improvements.
Yeah, I disagree. I think Stipe looked in a physical, like some of the best shape we've ever seen him in. Maybe a little bit light for my comfort, but he looked physically great. Had a nice haircut, new glasses. But I just think that Francis and Ngannou made the right adjustments, man. The three plus years in the time that they've been away from fighting each other, the man knew how to take. When he stuffed the takedown, pushed his head down, sprawled out, took his back. I was like, "Whoa, we are in deep waters right now."
Yeah, the betting odds went right up then.
Yeah, rightfully so. He almost knocked him out in that position. When he had his back, started feeding him those uppercuts from the side. Then the round ends. Not too much happened after that. Stipe got hit with a few more shots, and he comes out and puts it on Stipe quick. And Stipe instinctively comes back because that's what a world champion warrior does. Lands one of the best right hands he's ever landed in his career, and stumbles Francis. We've never seen Francis stumble really like that.
Yeah.
And then
he rushed in.
Sorry?
He just rushed in. It was sad.
But the thing is, I know what was going through his mind. He saw that the fight was not going the way he thought it was going to go. He landed a great shot. He said, "This is my window. This is my window to go in and maybe get it done and pull out a win when I shouldn't actually get a win." And it just backfired on him. It happens. It happens with everybody.
Yeah, he had an amazing career. I don't think he's going to come back. You think he's going to fight Lewis? He rightfully deserves a trilogy, but
no, he doesn't rightfully deserve the trilogy because he knew going into this fight, win or lose, him and Francis both knew win or lose, Jones was next. They knew that.
Okay, that fight's not happening, in my opinion, but I don't know. I think Stipe showed warrior spirit. He's still one of the best to ever do it. He's,
in my opinion, the second greatest heavyweight of all time.
Above Francis now?
Of course he's above Francis. How can you put Francis above? They're 1-1, and their resumes aren't equivalent.
That's true.
But what I was going to say is I think if we're not going to get the Jones Ngannou fight, which is every day that's passing is looking a little more dicey because Dana White won't bring out the paybook, I think we have to see the trilogy because we've seen the Derek Lewis fight with Francis. It wasn't good. I don't want to see that again. So we know with Stipe, at least there's a better fight there. There's a better fight to be had.
I think you're going to get Lewis.
That's upsetting. I would much rather see Stipe versus Lewis because that's a great matchup for Stipe.
But what's a bigger draw? Lewis is a huge draw.
Yeah, he is. He is, yeah.
So I just think it'd bring more eyeballs.
That's how upsetting is it to say that the greatest UFC heavyweight champion of all time is not as good of a draw as a perennial like fringe contender, Derek Lewis?
That's crazy.
It's upsetting. It's upsetting. But back to the John Jones thing real quick, then we'll get off the UFC. Anyone that's saying John Jones is scared and is pricing himself out to fight Francis Ngannou, slap yourself in the face. You don't know sports. You don't know how this game works. John Jones isn't afraid of anybody. Look at his resume. Look who he's fought. To say he's afraid, you should be ashamed of yourself.
That's getting clipped, and that's going on Instagram.
That's fine. That's cool.
That's your boy right there. No, I love John Jones too, but he's not scared. You're right. I don't think when you're a fighter, I don't think you're scared of any man.
No. DC said it right. DC said to say he's scared is so disrespectful. This man is one of the greatest, if not the greatest champion in the organization's history. He took all the time to put on the size. He just wants to be paid accordingly. If you're going to fight a dangerous fight at a weight class above against the most dangerous UFC champion they've ever had, because, yes, Stipe is the greatest, but Francis is the most dangerous. That's a fact. Then you got to be paid accordingly. And show him the money, man. I'm saying $20 million guaranteed plus pay-per-view points.
This isn't boxing.
Okay, but they paid Conor at least 20 for the Khabib fight. This is just as big a fight as the Khabib fight.
Ooh, no, it's not.
Really?
You think that it's going to do 2.2 million buys?
Dude, I would say it does more. I think right now, Francis Ngannou is a bigger star than Khabib was going into the Conor fight.
No, I disagree with that. You look at even the Instagram followers. Man, you can't. Nate Diaz versus Conor, the second biggest fight. It wouldn't even top that card. It would do 1 million buys, maybe. I would bet you $100 it barely makes 100 million.
1 million.
Jones is not a draw.
We're gonna bet on that when the fight gets made. We're gonna make a bet.
Ferguson has more followers than Francis Ngannou.
When this fight gets made, we're gonna bet on it.
$100.
We'll do it. Okay, when the fight gets made.
2 million buys.
You just said 1 million, so now it's 2 million. I would say 1.5 million is a fair number.
But you said it would be bigger than Khabib and Conor.
Yes, I did.
That's 2.2 million buys.
But you also said it won't break 1 million.
I said it'll squeak by 1 million. So I'll say you say 1.5, I say 1 million.
Yeah, okay.
Whoever closest to that number wins.
We'll figure out the details off the show, okay? But yeah, we'll make a bet. Okay, let's go over to the Dillian White-Povetkin rematch. Did you watch it?
Yeah, third round knockout. I seen the knockout. I went to turn it on and I didn't realize it was in the afternoon. I forgot it was the UK time, so I was looking at highlights and I'm like, they're saying Dillian White won, and I'm like, didn't Povetkin win the first fight? And I'm like, oh shit. So I kind of screwed myself there.
Yeah, so on CompuBox, according to CompuBox, it was a 4th round knockout. On CompuBox, Povetkin landed 8 punches total.
Yeah, I seen that.
But I don't think that tells the story of the fight. Povetkin was he had a couple moments, but in the first round he took an awkward step and it looked like he injured his left leg, and he was never in the fight after that.
Yeah, and at 42 years old, it's gonna be hard for him to come back. And the sad thing is, you're not gonna see a trilogy.
100%. But here's my thing: if you don't see the trilogy, which okay, we're probably not. What do you do with Dillian White? Because Andrew Ruiz is fighting Joshua.
Easy.
Huh?
Easy.
What is it?
I like the Luis Ortiz fight.
That ooh, I never even thought about that. That's okay. I could get behind that.
He's off the shelf. Why not?
I was thinking maybe if the Usyk versus Joyce fight falls through, maybe he fights Usyk. I don't know.
I think you got to give Luis Ortiz a fight soon.
Yeah, honestly, I like the Ortiz fight better. Like that makes more sense.
Ortiz has only lost to Wilder, so.
Yeah, but why? What is Wilder doing? Like, does anybody know where he is? Like, is he training? Is he alive? What's going on with Deontay Wilder?
Ask Butterbeef.
Okay. Next. Hard next.
All right, we got some boxing this week. I'll go to bed while you talk about it.
Dude, can you stop shitting on the sport of boxing, man? Just because you don't know who they are doesn't mean it's not a good fight, man. I'm telling you, we're going to come back.
Are they midgets, though?
Huh?
Are they small people?
Yeah, it's 130 pounds.
And we definitely don't care.
Dude, it's Carl Frampton, who is...
I like Carl Frampton.
Yeah, man, the Jackpot. He was pound for pound top 5 a couple years ago after he beat Leo Santa Cruz. He's actually not the champion in this fight, taking on Jamel Herring, who is a former Marine, really big for the weight class. I think he's like 5'10", 130 pounds or something. And he's just a little bit of a weight bully. Stablemate of Terrence Crawford. It's just for the WBO title, and I'll be on ESPN on Saturday. I'm excited because the winner of this fight should be fighting Valdez for a unification, because Valdez just won the WBC off of Burchelt. Remember that fight?
Yep.
So big fight. I'm excited. The implications are huge. But you're looking at a 5'5" Carl Frampton taking on a 5'10" Jamel Herring. So he's gonna have to get on the inside. Herring has been up and down. He's got a couple losses, but he's been on the right track lately. I'm still taking Carl Frampton for this one. I think he's going to win split decision. Close fight.
I can't call it right now.
Yeah. Just watch the fight.
All right. We do have some Bellator this weekend.
Yeah, I got the card up here. So we're going to start with we're just going to do the main card.
No. I want to talk about the very first fight. Do you remember Roger Herrera?
Yeah, man. He was on the cover of ESPN magazine or something.
Yeah, so he fought fight of the year with Clay Guida. He actually had like a 7 or 8 fight win streak in the UFC at one time.
Yeah, I remember that.
He's opening the prelims of Bellator.
How old is he now? Like 42, 43?
He would be 40. He's coming off a loss to Patricky Ferrer. I think I could be wrong there, but I know he lost to Benson Henderson and he lost to someone else.
How long ago were these fights? How long has he been out?
About 6. Right before the season stopped, he fought.
Okay.
He's lost 3 in a row, so he's looking bad. He loses to everyone now. It's sad. He's one of those guys who needs to retire. He'll lose again.
Okay. Anyways, finally Bellator's back. I feel like we haven't had any Bellator, one championship, risen. It's literally been all UFC, and they've missed a huge opportunity. We're almost out of the first quarter of the year.
And they haven't even started.
Haven't even started. At least it's on Showtime. It'll be good on Showtime. We got Mauro Ranallo back on the call.
Yeah. But we do have opening the card. You said Matt Mitrione. I thought it was someone else for some reason. But it looks like Matt Mitrione versus Tyrell Fortune.
Yeah.
Fortune was supposed to be like Bellator's up-and-coming guy at one point.
Yeah, he had a tough loss. I think it was either Tim Johnson or Tim Johnson. So
I think he's lost again since then.
I think he's DC's training partner, I believe.
Yeah, but I don't know. He's fighting Matt Mitrione, who's coming off like 4 losses too.
Yeah, he lost to Karatonov. He lost to I think
Tim Johnson.
Tim Johnson. It's been tough. So I think Tyrell Fortune is just going to wrestle him. To be honest, it'll look a lot like the Bader Mitrione fight.
Yeah, he got Fortune by Fortune should upset him and send Mitrione into retirement.
I can't believe Matt Mitrione's still fighting. Anyways, Alejandro Lara is taking on Kana Watanabe. That's a hard next for me.
That's a hard next.
Neiman Gracie is taking on Jason Jackson. Jason's looked pretty good lately.
Jason Jackson's a beast. Do you know what his nickname is?
No.
The Kicking Ass Machine.
Well, that's a weird name.
But come on, you're calling yourself the Kicking Ass? Anyway, Jason Jackson's coming off a big win over Benson Henderson. That being said, he beat an old Benson Henderson at welterweight, and Jason Jackson's not a small dude, so how can you really take that as a good win, I guess? I honestly don't know who I'm going to pick in this fight. Probably Neiman Gracie. He'll get him down. It's going to be Stryker versus Neiman trying to take him down. He should get a second round submission.
Yeah, Neiman, if I remember correctly, lost a decision to Rory McDonald, right? That was his last fight, I think.
No, he had he submitted John Fitch.
Right, but he fought Rory before that though, did he not? Or am I tripping out?
Yeah, he lost to Rory.
Okay. I think they're kind of going in opposite directions. How old is Neiman? Let me see here. They don't have his age. I think Jason Jackson's just surging. I think he's surging. I think he's going to edge out a split decision.
Interesting. Yeah, I wasn't really impressed with Neiman after his loss. I was impressed at first, but then I wasn't as impressed after he lost to Rory.
Yeah. I know the Gracies have they're all in Bellator, and they just haven't been consistent lately.
No.
Okay. We have Usman Nurmagomedov taking on Mike Hamill. I believe this is Khabib's little brother.
Isn't his brother his cousin?
It's one of them. It's either his brother or his cousin.
If you're a cousin there, you're a brother there. That's all that matters.
Yeah, but Josh Thompson was saying that he's got a lot better stand-up than Khabib likes. He likes to stand up. But that being said, I don't take what Josh Thompson says. I take it with a grain of salt, man. This guy's trying to tell me that AJ McKee is a top 5 145 pounder. No disrespect to AJ McKee. I love him. I love watching him. He might be, but you can't rank him in the top 5 right now. You just can't.
I think it's possible.
Anyways, his best win is against a bantamweight, bro.
And he's going to beat Ferrer. Watch.
Maybe he might. We'll get to that in a couple of weeks. But Usman Nurmagomedov 11-0. He should roll through this guy. He should.
Yeah, Usman, and just like when you say striking is better, it was kind of like this UFC this weekend where Nurmagomedov's cousin, he outstruck Jared Gooden, who was supposed to strike him. So these guys are developing their striking and their takedowns. They're coming up. The Dagestan fighters are really becoming well-rounded.
They're taking over the sport, to be honest with you.
Yeah.
Okay, main event. Patricio Pitbull taking on Emmanuel Sanchez. What's up?
Imagine this sellout in the future. Soon it's going to be all Dagestans because they're going to take over the world of fighting by and then the main event will be beard versus beard. That'd be the sell point.
Yeah, man. It'd be Abe Lincoln taking on Abe Lincoln.
All right, let's get to it.
Okay, Patricio taking on Emmanuel Sanchez in a rematch. Semifinals for the Grand Prix. Personally, I think Emmanuel's getting slept on in this fight.
Well, he should. He got dominated the first fight.
Yeah, but he came on late.
Yeah, but with Ferrer, you got to start off strong because Ferrer's like an old Jose Aldo. He was strong in the beginning, and Patricio does fade.
Yeah, he does. But he's very muscly. He's not built for 25 minutes. He's not.
But he does it all the time.
Yeah, he's a champ. Yeah, it would be. I can't pick against Patricio, but I want to see Sanchez win this fight because if we have Sanchez versus McKee in the finals, we're gonna see Pitbull versus McKee at 155 pounds, anyways.
Yeah, I definitely got. I'm gonna go Emmanuel Sanchez by split decision. I'm gonna go with the upset on this one.
Dude, his volume, like when his rematch with Daniel Weichel to get him into this round, he put a beating on that man.
Yeah, he should get. I think he might squeak it out. You're going to see him take over the round instead of coming on like in the last fight in the last 2 rounds. He's going to come on in the last 3 rounds and really take over.
I'm going to go first round KO Pitbull.
Sorry, not Weichel. He needs to push. Sanchez needs to push pressure in this fight.
You think so?
Yeah, make him work.
Yeah, Gaston got, but he might walk onto something though, and he's gonna get taken down if he comes at him.
That's true. I don't know. It's a tough fight. You got Ferrer?
First round knockout.
Oh God, dangerous.
Yeah, vicious. He'll hit him, drop him, then do some nastiness to jump on top of his face and just mash him in a bit.
All right. I want to give some shout outs. Let's at the end of this video, who's some people that watch our video? Let's show our love. So I'm going to say Paul.
Yeah.
And that's all that matters to me. I'm just kidding, everyone. Danny Berman watches.
Yeah. Whoever that dirty badge guy is that watches all the time.
I think he has a crush on you.
I mean, it's kind of weird. Like, I don't know who you are, bro. Just like tell me who you are because you're saying some strange things.
Well, what did he say last time?
Marshall, you look good, man. Good interview.
How's that bad?
I don't know. I just wouldn't comment. You look good. It's just kind of strange.
It must be a girl.
I don't think so.
Oh God, it's Justice Aldana.
Oh God. Anybody else you want to shout out?
I'm thinking of some names. Fuad.
Shout out to Stephen Horgan over there in Ireland. Always checking out our content. Good man.
Jack Lyon, or it's Jack Lyon, right?
Yeah, Jack Lyon, MMA. Shout out. He's an upcoming MMA prospect. Check him out.
I just wanted to give a couple of shout outs at the end to some of our followers. There's also Max Boxing. That's one of them. So a shout out to you too. So we're showing some love. We'll do this every week to some viewers.
Yeah, man, that's a good idea. It's good.
And if you want like much, you can send your PayPal to us.
And comment in the comment section. We'll give you a shout out next week.
All right, deal. All right, we're out.
We're out.